Hello, hello, hello. Oh, and close the door. Sorry. Hey. What's up, Israel? I just like saying it like that. I don't know if you really say it, enunciate it like that, but well, thank you. I like pink. Suits me. Close the blinds so no creepers are looking in, and get my computer turned on. All right, so I have here my list with a few random notes that don't pertain to it for the auto show tomorrow, and I'm going to Brian's Mobile One. And I thought I'd see if you guys have any last minute requests. Oh, oops. Leave. Okay. Hey, what's up? Hey, Mike. I'm trying to also clean up. I quickly made my dad a shirt today, a black one with the D6 Spanky logo. If my dad, like me, wears a medium, so I'm like, are you bragging? He's like, oh, I probably am. My dad's a dork. No, he's not a dork. He's really goofy. I love my dad. But anyway, so I'm gonna like multitask. We'll see how this goes. But I did want to also tell you guys about something, and I'll wait till we get a little bit. You got no sound? Oh, I thought that's how guys most liked their women, with no sound. You really how long my hair is. It's ridiculous. Notice it goes that much more beyond what you guys can see. Electric vehicles. Any with electric? Oh, that's a good one. I noticed that on the Uplander that I worked on the other day. Hey, Greg, thanks for commenting, by the way. The Uplander had electric water pump. That was the first I'd seen of them. Brian's Mobile One pointed out to me, and I was like, yeah, I was just seeing that. I was like, that's crazy. So, electric. Power steering, right? The comment. Yes, okay. So I will check and see. Thank you, Israel. We'll see. It's washed today. It's been really, really dry in Utah. I'm not gonna lie, I've had some dandruff. It's kind of gross. It's super not cool. So I'm scrubbing it and trying to get it. Yeah, but today's a good day. See, let's mark out all the things that don't have anything to do with it. All right. But let's see. When we hit about 20 people, I'll tell you about my incident with the police today. It was exciting, and my heart was pounding afterwards. I was just on the phone calling something in. Whew. You know what? I have a healthy respect for police officers. I think most of them are really good guys trying to do the right thing. But I'm not going to lie, they completely stress me out because they can F up your life in like 5 seconds. So bad. They can screw your life over so bad. And I appreciate those who are aware of that and are extra cautious and whatnot. But, oh, man. Hey, Zeb. Hey, Jason. Zeb Grill. No, I didn't get a speeding ticket. Although I have an excellent story of how I got out of a speeding ticket in Alaska when I lived there. I was driving from where I lived in Healy, Alaska. I was driving 2 hours north to Fairbanks to get groceries because that was the closest grocery store. And it's really hilly and twisty and turny. And so, you're always going about 5 over, right? And then you stomp the gas when you're going up a hill to kind of help you get over it, even though you don't really need to, kind of mentally, you just kind of do it anyway. And and so I pop over the top going at least 10 over, and as the cop came over the other side of the hill, tagged me, and I was like, son of a bee. And he pulled me over, and really my sweet puppy got me out of it because Spike was a puppy. And he was just like, play, 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 you know, like all wanting to play with the officer. And I was like, I'm sorry, my dog's going crazy in the back. And he's like, I said, I know this sounds kind of weird, but can he say hi? And he's like, oh, sure. And I rolled down the window, and he was all like, hi, but who's a good puppy? Like, I'll be all sweet with him. But I told him, I said, no, this was what was going on. I said, yeah, I was going a little over. I'm not going to lie about that. And then I said, it's that thing you got to push to get over, even though the car is more than capable of getting over the hill without accelerating. And I said, so that's what it is. I said, so if you're going to take me, that's, I mean, obviously whatever you want to do here. But I said, you're completely justified. Just don't tell, oh, you know what? Never mind. And he goes, what? What were you going to say? I said, no, I have a friend who's a trooper, and I don't want you to tell him. I don't want you to say a word to him about it. And he goes, who is that? I'm like, no. I said, he's never going to let me live it down. Crap. If he finds out, I'll never hear the end of it. And he's like, oh, who? So I told him the name of my friend. And he goes, oh, yeah, you will never hear the end of it. I'm like, I know. And so anyway, he goes to his car and comes back. And he goes, okay, I'm going to let you off this one time. But if I ever see you speeding through here again, I will ticket you. I'm like, oh, that is totally fair. You know, like I think they like played with my dog more. Because the dog was like on my lap and just all like kind of all over the place. And he was really nice. But just really pleasant from the get-go too. And but so my friend who was a trooper at the time, he found out. He goes, did you drop my name? And I said, well, I was going to. Then I decided that was a bad idea. He probably ticket me in a heartbeat. If he knew I knew you. So I said I did it fully expecting to get a ticket. I just was just like, I'll never hear the end of it. He goes, well, you're never going to hear the end of it now. I've heard the end of it. But so those two things, like my puppy and knowing a good solid trooper saved my butt on that. And so I was just like so grateful. And I kind of hugged on him like, thank you for being my friend. And plus also I have a CDL. When I was working in Alaska, or at least this year that this happened, I was a fleet mechanic for Princess Tours. And so I had to get a CDL because I need to test drive the buses and stuff. And so if you have a CDL and you get pulled over or something like that, they are much harder on you than if you're just a regular person. They're like, you've had extra training, you know better. And it's like, yeah, but I'm in my own vehicle, so right. But basically, I was always on call, and so it was just this whole thing. I looked out. What do I hear slamming upstairs? My mommy senses are going off. Something's up. But it was excellent. It's a fun story now. My heart races anytime police officers like just pull me over. One of my friend I went to visit today in northern Utah, she said that her husband used to be a sheriff deputy and she would still have like a mini panic attack. So, but of course this trooper up in Alaska, he thought I should be a trooper. And I was like, really? Do you think it'd be wise for me to have a taser and a gun? And when I said that, he was with his superior officer, and they both just howled. And they're like, he goes, yeah, I think you should join if you're there. It's like, I don't know if it's a good idea, because it's no good. Oh, what's that? I was looking around, and now it didn't show. Oh, there it is. Oh, because Smimples. I've never be caught because I'd get fired in minutes. Oh, yeah. Well, my friend there was a trooper in Alaska. He's not a trooper in Alaska anymore. But he said that it was really hard because you work 24-hour shifts. And when you're at the end of your shift and you are exhausted because you're up 24 hours, which I was like, that's not good. But he's like, when you pull someone over, it's like, do I ticket them or do I just shoot them? Like, which is going to be easier to deal with at this point? And I was like, holy crap. I want that job. Oh, I hear much howling. Will you guys wait one sec? I do want requests, and I'm going to back up so no one takes any. Back away. I don't trust some of you. I'll be back. One sec. Don't go anywhere. Hey, what's going on? Okay, sorry guys. Sorry. There's a little drama upstairs. They're okay now. Okay, sorry about that again. So sorry. All right, what'd I miss out on? Screenshot. Exactly, that's why I backed away. Sorry. Because the camera's rolling. I hate Diet Coke. I really hate flat Diet Coke. But, yeah. Anyway, so what happened today? There's enough people. Also, if you're here and you didn't hear earlier, or didn't understand the title of today's chat, tomorrow I'm going to the International Auto Expo with Brian's Mobile One, and so I'm taking down some requests of vehicles you'd like to see. I will be putting out a video on it immediately. I will force myself to edit all night, that night if I need to, or all day on Sunday. I try to get my videos out on Sundays, so if it comes out a different day, there's something up. If there's anything that you'd like to see, especially if you can be very specific, let me know and I will make sure that I film that. And I will be doing some live feeds on here and on Instagram. Sorry, itch. And so it'll be good. So, okay, I wanted to tell you guys what happened because I was up in northern Utah and I was coming down back to where I live. And so there's an HOV lane, 2 people or more lane. And it's not like in Seattle, it takes you off different places. This is the same, and there's just 2 white lines that separate it. The double solid white line. And then there's like 5 lanes to the side on, this is on I-15. And so I'm in the HOV lane because I have my kids in the car, in the truck. And there's this truck in front of me that's hauling a trailer. No trailers in the left-hand lanes. Also had his left tail light was out. Also, no license plate on the trailer. And hey, Flat Rate Master. Hey, welcome. I don't think you've ever been on any of my live chats. Anyway, so okay. So just go over again. He's in an HOV lane pulling a trailer. Left tail light out, and well, he was speeding too. But so we're going, and then and he's just like kind of weeping. He's going over the left line. Hey Jeff, he's going over the double white lines in between cars. Luckily, otherwise he would have hit one car for sure. And I'm driving behind him. I'm kind of trying to keep a decent, safe distance. Hold the phone. F-150 diesel. Okay, and all of a sudden, now there's a wall. Okay, I know this is like backwards to you guys, but on the driver's side, there's a concrete wall to divide from the northbound lanes. And I was going southbound, and so anyway, he's driving. Sometimes the wall kind of comes closer to your lane and then goes back out, like when they have big uh, things for lights, big not pillars isn't quite the right word, but really big ass lights. um, and so it goes like around it, so it comes out kind of towards the lane. But anyway, so he kept like was weaving, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's this idiot doing? Put your phone down, like you're pulling a trailer. You need to have both hands on the wheel. And then all of a sudden he jerked to the left. He came like that far from hitting the wall, and I was like, oh, I don't have my dash cam yet. It scared the bejesus out of me, like made my heart jump up through my chest. And because I got my kids in the truck, so if we would have probably all died if he'd hit, because wouldn't have been able to stop in time. I would have hit him. And so I call 911, and they get me over to the crap, what are they called? I'm having a really hard time with words. The troopers, the state troopers, highway patrol. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm like, this is the exit I'm at, and this guy is doing this, and oh my gosh, my heart just about came out of my chest. I thought I was gonna die. He's a danger. I was like, he was kind of weaving. I was kind of watching him to see if I thought he would been drinking or if he was just screwing around with his phone, like if he was gonna stop. But I said, but he almost hit that wall, and I almost put my family in risk, so I'm calling. And so we're getting pretty far down. Like we were just about to enter Salt Lake County. Not that you guys know Utah, but we're about to enter Salt Lake County when I was on the phone with one person, and then they switched me over to dispatch, who's on the phone with the police too, or the troopers. Sorry, they don't like to be called police because they're troopers. Anyway, and then and we're getting down like halfway through Utah County, and all of a sudden I was talking with a dispatch. They kept me online, which was weird. I've never had them do that. Usually they're like, well, we'll try and find him. And they're like, can you see him? I'm like, yeah, I said, he was going, the speed limit is 70. I said, he was doing a little at my speed. I said, but he just took off. I'm like, he's about a quarter mile up now, but I can still see him. And they're like, okay. And then all of a sudden I see tail lights. They have the Chargers with the LED detail. I'm pretty sure they're Chargers. And I see one on the side. I said, oh, I think there's an officer here on the left shoulder. And then all of a sudden he gets over. I'm like, oh yeah, there they go. Oh yeah, there's two. And she goes, okay, I want you to put on your hazards. Like she told me that before I saw the police officers. And then so she's like, okay, I want you to get behind them. And I'm like, okay, but I'm in the far left lane and there's 5 lanes that I can't get across. I'm like, I said, well, they pulled to the right and no one's letting me over. So I'm like, I can go around. And she's like, no, the officer just said it's not an issue. He'll call you if he has any questions. And so, but I'm like, being in the left lane, left tail out. Oh, no license plate. You have to have trailers have to have a license in Utah. All those things all together, I'm like, he just got nailed. So, aside from not staying in his lane. So I hope I did some good tonight, but my heart was just racing. I was like, oh. The 2 cars pulled him over. They don't do that here. Like they do in like the smaller towns where there's not a lot going on, because usually just one officer. Unlike like say New York, there's only one officer in a car. I know, I'm so tattletale. It's okay though, because he almost killed my family. So, but it was a big Chevy Silverado, and he had a 4-wheeler in the bed, and then had like a Razor, and then a dirt bike in the little trailer that he was pulling. But I couldn't see the color of the truck, anything. I'm like, it's just dark. I'm like, I can't give you any better information than what I've got, but I can tell you exactly where he's at. And they're like, all right. So, but then I called my husband. I'm like, and this what just happened, and we almost died. We didn't really almost die, but like that thought went through my head. It was pretty scary. It was intense. So that's exciting. There's my story for the evening. Thank you. The end. Okay, so 2018 Auto Expo, going tomorrow with Brian's Mobile One. If you have anything specific you want me to check out, let me know. And we're going to get to making me lose my voice. I've been talking a lot today. I'll go and do some detail investigative work for you, and I get a lot of video. Hopefully it won't be too jumpy. Oh, shoot. I gotta make sure I charge my battery. I gotta write that. I have to be at Brian's at 9:30, so I leave my house at 9 tomorrow. There we go. Yeah, well, I couldn't really get over because when it's the the double lines, you're not supposed to exit, and I wasn't going to get a ticket on behalf of anyone either. But when it goes to a dotted line when you can go in and out of the lane, but yeah, usually I just kind of get around them. But then I think, geez, what if they kill someone because I didn't call it in? You know, hashtag YouTuber problems, right? Crap, my battery's dead. That's happened a number of times. It's like, damn it. All right, diesel Toyotas. I'll be excited if they have any, but I don't think they will. Wow, I can't spell diesel. So, but your kids shoot at them. Always pay attention to what's going on around us. Yeah, there's just so much going on. So many cars going so fast that I was just like, no. But hopefully what I did is a good thing. I'm not trying to give someone a bad day. I'm just trying to save other people. So I was stressed, like, and I always worry about the troopers. Have you seen the video clips where they get almost killed? Oh, it made me sick. One, the officer got just plowed into by a car. Oh, it made me so sick. And he survived it. I think it was in southern Utah, but it was snow, and wow, they just took him out. But anyway, yeah, I've got a lot of YouTuber problems. One of my biggest YouTuber problem is that I'm working on something and then it just doesn't pan out. So I have a lot of video that's just, never mind. You know, by the end of recording it, I'm like, you know what, I need to just get this done. So I don't usually live stream when I'm really working on something because I get too distracted. I'm better with a camera, but we'll see. So, but hopefully tomorrow I'll get some good videos. I'm not sure if I'm going to do them as compilation and put them out as a bunch of little videos. I think the little videos I'll like say just on the F-150s might be better. Just do just that, just a 3-minute video or something. And then I'll just be putting them out frequently during the week. Because for you, if you don't know, YouTubers, if you don't watch the whole video, it counts against us. Like, the more you watch, the better, the more of the video. So if they're shorter videos, you tend to watch more, and it works out. Was that Ocean? Always pay attention. Oh, yes. See, Jason. Don't forget about both the babes. 3 babes. If you're talking about my kids, or are you talking about me and Brian being the babes? Oh, thanks, Israel. That's sweet. Quick clips are better. They are. I'm hoping... I am almost praying that they have not changed the Toyota Tundra this year. I'm hoping they wait till next year, because I still have the video on my Toyota Tundra, and I'm going to redo part of it and call it What I Hate About the Tundra That I Love. Because there's about 15 things that I absolutely hate about it. And most of it has to do with, booth babes. No, this isn't the kind of show that has booth babes. Sorry, I know I can't stay on topic really well. They will have very nicely dressed women who are forced to wear heels for 15 hours a day, which is not fair. While the guys are wearing jeans and loafers. But they don't. This isn't like SEMA where it's like attention grabbing. It's people are there to check the cars out, and they'll go to pretty much everywhere. There's not girls in bikinis or anything. So sorry. But I'll be there, and I'll be wearing my Mechanic D6 Spanky shirt. I'll probably braid my hair up or something. What? Well, your baby doesn't need a pillow. Well, get a pillow out of the toy box. Stop banging on my door. She's having a rough night. She's afraid. Are you ready to go night-night? Okay, then stop banging on my door. I need you. She doesn't need me at all. Hashtag mom life. Oh my gosh, yeah. So I apologize for when that happens, but some things can't be helped. It is past their bedtime. Well, it was a really long drive from my friend's house. So the boys slept on the way home, but she stayed awake the whole way home. So they're watching this show called Masha and Bear, and it's really funny. Yeah, I'm sure the SEMA girls make a boatload of money. I want to go to SEMA, but I can't go until it doesn't overlap with Halloween, because Halloween is a very important holiday in this household. Not like we're weird goth people or anything, but trick-or-treating is fun. So, and I like to share those good memories with my kids. So we go hardcore trick-or-treating. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I would like to go to SEMA. Someone was asking me about that. They're like, isn't there something in Vegas that you could go to? And I'm like, yeah, because I was talking about Vision and Auto Mechanica. And I was like, yeah, but they don't have the training. And I'm still just paying hard for this mommy penalty. And I was talking to a guy who's like, he's probably almost 80. Oh, he's got to be in his 80s, actually. You think yeah, he's in his 80s. And he goes, what do you mean, mommy penalty? I said, well, I've been a stay-at-home mom for 6, almost 7 years, and so there's a penalty to that I've lost a lot of experience. I've forgotten a ton of stuff. And I said, it's not that I don't know it, it's just kind of fading. And so I said, so I need to go take some classes and stuff and kind of refresh it. So I'm going through all my textbooks and relearning all that. Even though it's super basic stuff, it's good to refresh on. And but I told him the bonus to Auto Mechanica is that it's free. At least that's what Keith told me. I'm hoping to go to Auto Mechanica. The thing is, I'm in Utah, so it's quite the drive. My family, I'm from Western Kentucky, so it'd only be like 8 hours from my house I grew up in. But that's not a commute I'm willing to do. And plus I have 3 little kids that I like to keep with me. So, and why is everyone on my feed named Mike? It just cracks me up. I mean, I'm not complaining. It makes it easier for me to remember everyone's names. Yeah, if you guys have if you see any of the other YouTubers on here and you have a suggestion for them or for me, go ahead. Like, I don't mind. I don't care if people come in and start talking to like Keith or whatever. So, where'd Keith go though? Anyway, he's my mod. He's everybody's moderator. Oh, you live in Atlanta. Oh, I used to go to Atlanta when I was a teenager, but I go about once a year. But I was just thought it was ridiculous. I went when I was like 14, and that's when I realized every street is Peachtree. We got so lost. We were staying at the Marriott on Peachtree. There's several Marriotts, and there's a lot of peach trees. So our joke was that we were the turnaround family because every time we went somewhere, we had to turn around to get back to where we were going. Good times. I think that was the last time I was like, no, I went after that, I guess. But man, I haven't been forever. So I'd like to go to Atlanta again. So one of my friends lives in Chattanooga. She's one of my best friends, and her goal is to eventually move to Atlanta. So it'll be good times. So I'm hoping it may work out. There's no school yet at the time that Auto Mechanica is going on. And if it's from like 10 to 5, then my husband can watch the kids in the hotel during the day, or they can go find something to do. But look for Chevrolet new, no pedals, no steering wheel. I don't know if they'll have that. They don't. I mean, I'm writing it down, and I will check. But this is kind of like what's being sold this year. It's not so much concept, unfortunately, because that would be really cool. So let me look at this again. Chevy. No pedals. Autonomous. I like that word. Autonomous. Okay, note made. I'll remember. Oh, you live on the west side and commute? And how long do you have to commute to get to Atlanta? I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm very vague about where I live. I mean, I live in Utah, obviously, somewhere between the north and the very beginning and the very bottom, but the very top and bottom. But for safety of myself and family, I don't tell people where I live. And Brian's mobile one is very much about that too, because he's got girls, he's got daughters. Camaro. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I knew someone that would commute to Sacramento in California. It would be like 2 hours. It was ridiculous. Camaro. Z28. Wow, my Z looks like a 2. Let's fix that. There we go. Now, I'm excited to be able to hang out with Brian all day. We always have a good time when we get together. It's always really good when we're both like hyper, you know, like we're like, let's do this. We get all excited. Oh, don't be creepy and stalk me, and don't, if you do know where I live, don't tell me. Oh, I mean, I have my P.O. box, but not many people know your real name. That's good. I think that's beneficial. I found out that some people think they know my real name, but they don't. So, because I do go, my husband calls me Spanky. Everyone calls me Spanky, for reals. And my parents don't think it's very funny, but everyone calls me Spanky now for a really long time. Yeah, so it's like no one ever calls me anything else. It's really weird if anyone calls me by my first name. It's really weird. So, well, no, not legally. And no, I'm not going to tell you what my name is, so don't even go there. I really like chewing on these pencils. On these pens. Sorry. A bad habit. I just tried to put that down, not mess with it. Anyway, is there anything else you guys want to see at the expo? I mean, I know some of you guys are probably already seeing them, but it's early enough in the year that I can really get in there and check some stuff out. Why do you keep saying McLaren? What, is that something I don't know what it is? I guess I don't. That sounds okay. It's a car. I saw it earlier and I didn't catch what it meant. Sorry. Sorry, Carabella. I should have double checked with you on that. Okay, those are happy screams. I can hear them. I live in a split entry house, and so I'm kind of halfway in the basement, and so I can hear I can hear them really well through all the vents, but there's happy screams. That's good. Oh, George Harrison had one? Oh, so that'll be vintage then? Because they don't have... Last year they didn't have very many vintage vehicles, and I was really disappointed. Where the year before they had a ton. Also, since I'm media, I get in for free an hour before it opens. Bride and I found that out, too. You have... How many... or how old are your kids, if you don't mind me asking? Or how old's your youngest? And how many do you have? Something like that. Because mine are 6, 4, and 2. Or 6.5, 4.5, 2.5. So, I'm tired most of the time. Oh, that's cool. 28? You're old enough to have a 28-year-old? No, I guess you are. That makes sense. I forget. Like, I try to explain to, like, teenagers how your brain stops aging and you just think like you're 28 for the rest of your life. And so my daughter keeps saying my birthday's coming up, and my daughter's like, how old are you, Mommy? I said, I'm 28. I'll be 29 again. Oh, it's a stepson. Okay. That's cool. Blended families can be difficult. Good for you. It's a high-end sports car. Okay. All right, I'll check it out. I'll see if they have it. I'll be excited to check it out. But yeah, someone told me that toddlers are bad, but teenagers are worse. And it's always difficult. It's just difficult in a different way. Mr. Bean owns it. Well, Mr. Bean is just the best. Ooh, socks. With his hat off. He's full head of hair, I take it. I've only seen I apologize, I've only seen a few videos, but I was shocked though when I saw Eric take his hat off and one thing and he's like all gray. I'm like, what? Damn straight he does. You teens suck. I was just like, oh man, boys are so hard. Like, my oldest boy is really ADD and just 100% boy all the time, just destroys everything. And he's a good kid. He's got a really good heart. All my kids have really good hearts, but none of them are just little shits yet. I don't even when they're teenagers. But then I was just like, man, I think I'd rather have girls because they're so much easier. But then I'm like, ooh, teenagers? I think I'd rather have boys than girls because I think boys are easier at teenagers. I had a friend. He said he was so excited. He's got one kid. He was so excited when he found out I was a boy. And he said, I'm so glad it's a boy. I don't have to worry about one penis instead of millions. I about died. I was laughing so hard. It's like, that's an excellent point. Oh, I can imagine Erica without a beard and without a hat. That would be really weird indeed. We've got to get him to come to Auto Mechanica or something. Something where I know I'm going to be there. I want to hang out. In his laugh thing, someone said, Spanky should come work with you. And he's like, that'd be quite the commute. Oh, I think I'm at 5% with battery, so I'll have to wrap this up. Girls are worse. Had your daughter firstborn? I don't know if I've had enough. Oh, had she been firstborn? I think they're generally really helpful and motherly, but that's obviously not always the case. Yeah, boys are more laid back when they're older, not when they're younger in my house. Yeah, I know he won't fly anywhere. But Atlanta is just kind of south, so he just needs to drive south. That I would love to at some point be able, like, now I have my Patreon set up. That is a little bit of a plug. Patreon.com/D6Spanky. But one of the things I'd like to do is to do interviews with the different YouTubers. I think that'd be really fun. I'd be interested to like work with them for a day and see how it goes. Because just pretend I'm an intern, not that I like have any experience in just how would you train a new person kind of thing. I think that'd be interesting to see how that goes. I know Keith really wants him to come, but I don't know if he will. Your son was picking locks when he was 3? Well, I can't even do that now. I wish I could. 15-year-old, he's awesome. I do great school. Oh, that's awesome. They have I had my stuff together. I saw my older sisters put my parents through the ringer, and I was just like, I am not doing that to them. I was an angel. A complete angel. So, and I'm still close to it, except for when I lose my temper. There's much screaming. Well, seeing as my phone's dying, unfortunately, this is the end, which is good because I put my kids to bed. I'm gonna play StarCraft 2 for a while. I got this one campaign I'm doing. I keep getting killed. It's stressing me out. I gotta figure it out. It's the one with the trains. If you play the game at all, so I'm a pink angel. Thanks. See, my kids are screwed. My wife and I know all the tricks. Yeah, no, I'm kind of a slow learner. But I was a really good kid, so I didn't need to come up with anything. But I think you just pick up on it as you get older. You see things. See, Ocean Pout, thanks for hanging out. It's good to see him. Or I guess I'm not saying you, but it's good to see your typing. Thanks, everyone. Flat Rate Master, Mike, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. I feel it's an honor. And I know we don't all have time to necessarily watch each other's live videos, but you know, I do what I can. I try to, if you do any live videos, I'll totally try to tune in, get some more views. The more views you get, the better traffic you get. So Angel helps you play with the radar. Yeah. I didn't have a curfew. That's how awesome I was. But there was one time I did not come home. And my mom was pissed because I didn't call, but I didn't want to wake her up. So anyway, I was trying to be really considerate, but I ended up just stressing her out. So I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, you now have a curfew of 3 a.m. Oh, all right. Like, okay. You guys weren't angels. Ah, so you know all tricks. I see. I was like one of the only few angels. I had two friends, and we would joke that we were like the only virgins to graduate our high school. It was good times. All right, guys. I gotta go put these kids to bed. You have a fantastic night. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. If there's anything that you think of, feel free to email me at d6spanky@gmail.com if there's any cars specifically you want me to check out. Take care, guys. Bye.